Is this the new top dog of War Thunder? Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe, and we are going to fly with the two new flanker models that we got. So here is obviously the first one, Su-27SM. I gotta be honest, it is very much the same as the original one with basically three changes, okay? The first one is obviously the improved radar, the VEP version of the N001 radar. Very much, you know, kind of the same, just a little bit more range and some other things, but in a general sense, it is just a radar that allowed the Su-27 to actually receive R-77's and have a little bit more of performance in some areas, okay? The second change is obviously addition of the R-77 together with some other weapons, like, for example, the CAB 500, KH-29TD, so some improvements in the air-to-ground roll, and of course a new cockpit that I'm gonna show to you guys. The second one is obviously the J-11A, which is even more similar to the original J-11, right? It's basically the same. The only main difference here is that it has a radar that it's literally the same, but it has a bypass system that actually allows you to actually carry the R-77. That's pretty much what it is. Everything else is the same. Cockpit, everything is the same as the normal J-11, okay? But we're gonna fly it. The differences from these to the SM are very slim, but the main difference that you will feel in the air combat is that this radar is a little bit worse, less range and stuff. And remember, this radar on the J-11A can only fire at one target and maintain it updated for the data link of the R-77, okay? So only one target, while the SM can actually do two targets, so remember that, okay? And of course the air-to-ground roll, which is a bit different. So let's get to some matches and see if this is the new top dog of War Thunder. So here it is, the cockpit of it. It is pretty cool, as you see. It has the MFD working now, which is pretty amazing actually. The radar screen there, way better than it was. So it's just a very cool cockpit for simulator battle. Should be very nice to actually use. And I'm using 6 R-77's. I know it might not be the most effective loadout. I would still probably use 2 R-27ATs, but I wanted to test the R-77's a little bit. Even maybe using 1 R-27ER, it might be a good option. This is a very versatile aircraft, remember that, because the R-27ER actually outranges the R-77 by quite a lot. And yeah, I have a feeling that this will be the best aircraft of the game, you know, just because of the sheer number of missiles, with the performance that it has. It has many pluses to an aircraft that, you know, it was already pretty good, right? Come on, radar, help me out here. Okay, so we fired a Fox 3 there, and we are going to maintain the position over here, updating a little bit of the flight path of our missile while we crank a little bit. Only one target flying high apparently, so I'm just gonna retain that to that target. Oh, come on, yeah, update. Okay, the missile went active, so now we don't need to continue to fly. Let me just reset the radar a little bit. I use normal TWS. He's trying to fire. Let's see. Come on, R-77. I don't think he has the energy. No, it got fooled by Chef. So, yeah, Chef is really powerful against this missile sometimes. But sometimes it isn't. So, I'm really trying to understand still how it properly works. I have to do more tests and stuff. But yeah, the guy just went completely cold. And of course, there was a missile coming towards us as well, right? So we just need to be careful. I think we're fine. The distance of the missile is pretty alright. So I honestly, I do think that it is a good idea to try to stay away from targets when you can, right? Because I mean, yes, you can do very well just going as a brawler basically and just trying to hit everything very quickly and stuff, but the thing is, oh, this is only 10 kilometers. Yeah, and the guy is dead already. Well, the missile went active. But the thing is that with these missiles, you really gotta be careful where you put yourself in. Because if not, you are gonna get killed, right? Let's see if this missile hits. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me a kill. Like, these missiles are not that hard to actually... They're very, like... It's not tricky. It's kind of... They're very dangerous missiles, but... It's very easy to avoid them if you are careful enough. It's kind of like that, right? Let's see, I don't know. Who do I fire on? How did that hit me? That was interesting. Very short range shot. It worked. Oh my god. Aim 9 got me. Where did that shot came from? There's nobody behind me. Ah, it was the guy that got killed there. Yeah. I guess I wasn't paying full attention to my 6, but yeah, let's get to another match. So yeah, I have a feeling that there's two things happening right now. One of them is that people are learning how to use the fox trees and stuff, including myself, obviously. But people are really, really careful right now. Like, if you see a MSL on the RWR, people are just turning around and going away, right? Which means that these missiles tend to be a little bit less effective than what people probably thought about in the BVR arena, obviously, right? Is that a bad thing? Well, not really, right? I mean, it depends very much on many things, but I just think that people thought that these missiles were going to be like the best thing ever to exist in real life, and they are indeed very modern, but they still have some troubles, right? So let's wait and see. Let's try to fire a missile very, very close to the target. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then another one here. Then we have 4 more missiles, and we're gonna crank to the left again, as always, and maintain the soft lock there to get the missiles to get the data link update. Of course, this radar is limited to only 2 targets, right? So yeah, there's a missile coming towards me. I don't know how these missiles did not went active, but I just need to turn around. Hopefully the missiles hit. There's a missile very close to me. Jesus Christ. So that's the thing, right? I mean, they're doing the same thing that I am doing. They're firing the missiles and going cold, right? And basically avoiding the missile at all costs, which is arguably the best thing ever. But yeah, these missiles are not good enough to actually get a target, even when they are doing that, which makes sense, right? I mean, they are very early models of Fox 3s, but it is a kind of a bridge that we crossed already, right? Can you help me out there? Okay, these missiles. There's so many targets over here. This is not really good. I don't have any more chef. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Aim 9Ms, I didn't have the energy to change directions. Jesus Christ, it's a cluster of... oh my goodness, happening at the same time. It's kind of overwhelming, I gotta say. It's a learning curve, guys. Top tier right now, it's very different from what it was, but at the same time, it is the same as what it was, with just way modern missiles. I gotta say one thing. We are probably not ready for better versions of AIM-9s and stuff. You know? So, yeah. Let's get to the next one with the J-11 now. And now we're gonna use the different J-11A. I forgot to mention that the main advantage that this version of the Su-27 has over the other is that it has a MAW system. I actually forgot to mention that. But the radar is a little bit worse, okay? As you see, the range is a little bit worse, and of course, you cannot guide 2 missiles, so that's why I'm bringing 2 R-27 ETs, because I will not be able to fire both R-77's at the start of the match, like I was doing there. So yeah, if you have any tips from your findings on playing the first day, let me know in the comments if it's good enough. You know, if it's interesting. Not good enough, like if it's interesting I might even pin it. But yeah, guys, it is a different type of gameplay, I gotta say. It really, really, really is very different from what I was accustomed to. A lot more people doing BVR, which is very, very cool to see. But at the same time, a lot more people doing BVR means a lot more missiles doing, you know, interesting things. Is that a missile? I think that's a missile. I'm gonna fire on him because I think it's a missile. If I can protect somebody, that would be funny. Launch. Again, I have a MAW system, so I can just keep an eye out if the RWR sees something. It's a little bit easier. I gotta say, I think the advantage of having a MAW system will be pretty significant now that they actually added for top tier aircraft, right? Can I have the range? No, I don't have the range for an R-27 shot. It's just really, really far away, right? 30 kilometers at this altitude in a cold aspect. It's really, really far away, but he does have range. Do I fire or not? I will fire a missile. Let's see what happens. And this radar is a little bit worse, as you see. It doesn't tell you some of the stuff. Like, it's a little bit... It's not as good as the other radars, for sure. But I guess it doesn't matter too much. There's something flying right next to me. Come on, R-77. Did you actually miss the target? Do I have to lock the target to actually give the data link an actual target to actually update the R-77? That would be funny. So launch from behind. Where? Oh my god, I'm so dead. I got one, okay. Sorry, but I'm really, really concentrated over here. Oh, the MatAWG. Oh my god, guys. It's so many things to worry about. I'm gonna do one more because it's... yeah. So let's do it one more time. Last match of the day. No, war. What is this radar? Why does it change? Like, I'm not even looking at that target. I want to fire at this one. I don't know. It feels like... Come on, man. I'm gonna keep it locked, just to see if it actually helps a little bit. Oh my god, there's so many missiles. Nope. I'm gonna turn away. That's a MAW warning, so... A MAW's warning, right? He's trying to track. I think he just died. But yeah, I think the advantage of having a mouse system really does help. Like, really. Because you do have kind of a bigger warning. You can be like more relaxed flying around because you know that a missile will actually appear for you to actually fire a missile on or defend, right? The target is being fired upon. Yeah. I mean, I can always fire. No, wait. What are you doing, Raider? Oh, the guy actually turned around? I mean, why not, right? He doesn't know the missile is coming, probably, so... Let's use the R-77AT, which is always a good... Yeah, always a good missile. Always love that thing. Always believe that it's a good option to take one of these together. I mean... That would be probably a good... No, that was a bad shot. Almost got him, but... What is that? What is that? Like, chaff? Flares? Nothing is working. What was that missile? M120. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, from time to time, like, the chaff really gets those missiles, and then out of nowhere, the chaff doesn't work anymore. So, be careful with the chaff. Like, sometimes it really work. Sometimes it's kind of useless. From the same perspective, right? So, I don't know, guys. I have a feeling that there are some things that I need to talk about this aircraft. First things first, it's amazing. One of the best in the game for sure. Me dying, don't take that too seriously. I mean, I'm still getting used to the combat on how to use Fox 3s in War Thunder. You know, it's a little bit different, but it feels very much like DCS in some regards. So, I gotta get used to that. So don't mind that, don't take it on the aircraft of the multiple videos that I posted. I'm dying a lot, I'm killing, but I'm dying a lot. I just have a feeling that you rely a lot on your teammates for a general purpose, right? The chaff is different to use with the Fox 3s. So a lot of the times I think I'm doing it right and I ended up getting killed. So be careful with the chaff. It's kind of different with the Fox 3s. But, you know, a lot of the times that I'm getting killed, it's because there is like 5 targets attacking me at the same time. So it makes me think that I think the team is a very big part right now because these missiles are really reliable. So, especially at low ranges. So if everybody is dead in your team because of these missiles at very early stages of the match, it means that you're going to face a lot of these missiles alone and you're gonna die very quickly, right? So if you are getting used to it like I am, try to stay alive, right? Seriously, it doesn't matter if you're gonna miss a missile or not. For most aircraft, you can take a lot of these missiles, a lot more than you used to use from the semi-active radar homing missiles for a lot of NATO aircraft and stuff. So if you have that in mind, it doesn't matter if you miss a missile or not. Just make sure you stay alive. Because I gotta be honest, I think the most important thing is staying alive until later stages of the match. Because a lot of people are dying very early in the match, and the matches are very short right now. Which means that it's very important to stay alive to actually help later stages. And with that, you can actually win it a lot more and get a lot more kills. So I just think it's a lot more important. Some things to consider. This is the perfect aircraft to try BVR on because you have a lot of missiles on it. Just be careful. The J-11, the radar is kind of weird right now because although it is helping the missile, you don't know for sure that it's going to the right direction and stuff like the SM. But the SM doesn't have the MAW system, which means that the J-11 is a lot more survivable at the same time, right? So, yeah. If you want to play safe, the J-11 is definitely the way to go. Like, an aircraft that is amazing. It really, you can kind of know when you really need to turn and you know, make sure that you are being attacked by a missile. The SM's RWR can tell the distance of the missile as well, by the dotted line with the circle with the MSL like on it, so you can kind of know when the radar missile is coming towards you. But still, the J-11A kind of has a more reliable way of you knowing that it's coming, right? So just have that in mind. Amazing aircraft. I mean, I honestly think the SM and the J-11A will probably be the best aircraft out there for you to use. Maybe not the easiest one, but top dog for sure. At least top 3, you know, of the top dogs. Together with maybe the F-15. I have to play a little bit more with the F-15. And also the Gripen, which is amazing. The Mirage is amazing right now. So, yeah. Initial impressions, these are amazing aircraft. Maybe not the top 1, but for sure top 3. The SUs are up there. Okay? See you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Probably next video only tomorrow, because I'm getting a little bit tired of posting 7 videos in one day. So yeah, see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye. Subscribe. See ya.